Alright, so I'm doing a small forward list. I'll do it 1 through 30, and we have Luka Doncic here, but I didn't have enough time, and he's not gonna play small forward. Let me just put it that way, because he's gonna be still the point guard, Kyrie the shooting guard. I guess it's either Tim Hardaway Jr. or Josh Green at the small forward starting spot, so I'm gonna not rank him and tell you where I would put Tim Hardaway or Josh Green and put him in there instead of them. And let's get started. I'm recording this because I realized that him here would be stupid, and I feel like it just doesn't make sense to have him here. So I'll start 1 through 5. Kevin Durant is also not here since he's been playing power forward for the last, what is it, 2 or 3 years now. And I'll have Lauri Markkanen here because power forwards. He, of course, is a power forward, small forward, but with John Collins coming in, they are projecting him at ESPN to be the starting small forward, so I'm gonna go with that as of right now, even though it's still a little interchangeable. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, man. Nonetheless, 1 through 5 is gonna look like this without Luka, I suppose. Since I did this before, literally like 5 minutes ago, I ended it and I realized, man, I need to do it again because that just didn't sit right with me. So Jason Tatum at number 1, Jimmy Butler at number 2, LeBron at number 3, of course Jimmy. Once again, you could argue Jimmy should be at Jimmy should be at power forward, but I'm gonna stick with him here, and he played a lot of small forward, so I'm gonna stick with him here. LeBron number 3 still. Lauri Markkanen and Ingram interchangeable a little bit with these spots, and then I'll have Paul George number 6. Why I have Brandon Ingram and Lauri Markkanen over Paul George at this point because of the injuries to Paul George, even though you could argue he's still more reliable to play than Brandon Ingram, and I would argue that you're right. But at this point in time, I just like their skill sets a little more. I guess you could interchange all of them, and if you want Paul George at number 4 and Ingram 5, Markkanen 6, if you want them ranked from 4 to 6 in any way, I wouldn't be mad at you, man. It's actually the hardest part of this. The 4 to 6 here, I'm not sure why I would actually like. I love Paul George as a player, but this is how I feel right now. If I woke up tomorrow, I might put him here and just stick Lauri Markkanen here, to be quite honest with you. So it probably depends day to day, but as of today, 29th of August, is it August? Yeah, it is August. God damn, the season is coming fast, baby, baby. And yeah, so I'll leave it at that and won't give you problems. At number 7, I would have DeMar DeRozan probably. There's that. Then I would have Andrew Wiggins, I suppose. Even though he missed a lot of games, he's gonna be healthy, hopefully. He still shoots almost 40% from the 3-point line. His defense has gotten so much better. And I just like him as an overall basketball player. And of course, I'm a little biased here because of the Warriors, but nonetheless. Then there comes the weird part. I guess I'm gonna put it like this: without Luka, and PJ and Chris Middleton, I'm gonna project Chris Middleton to bounce back hard after a very bad season last year, which of course makes sense due to the injuries and all the problems and the limitations minute-wise, but I think he's gonna project probably even better than Michael Porter Jr. Since I can both have them in top 10, I'm gonna put him over him. If you know Luka was here, I would put him at 11 because I feel it's kind of doing injustice to MPJ, who's a solidified sniper. OG Anunoby at 11 feels kind of right to me. Then it comes to time. RJ Barrett, Tobias Harris, Cam Johnson, Keldon Johnson, Franz Wagner, Jalen. Is it Jalen or Jaden, man? I'm once again tripping a little bit. I think it's Jaden. I recorded this. Yeah, Jaden McDaniels. So, I would put these guys at the 11 to 15 range. And if I were to rank them, I suppose I would have OG Anunoby. Then I really like Franz Wagner, but I don't feel like F it, man. I feel like I'm gonna put him higher. And I like Keldon Johnson a lot, but it feels weird to put him ahead of RJ and Tobias Harris, but I'm gonna do it, F it, man. I'm gonna go like this as of right now. And I might be a little too high on McDaniels, but I love his defense and he shoots really well overall, even though in limited spots, but he can shoot and he brings something offensively, and the defense is just so phenomenal. You need him to be a little better rebounding wise. It would be nice to do that, but they have also Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, so he's there to do his defensive job, and he's sensational at that. Franz Wagner, I might be a little too high on him, but he does a little bit of everything well. Shot 36% from the 3-point line, almost 49% from the field, average almost 19 points. And I just like his style, man. I really like how he does. And I'm gonna leave him there over Keldon Johnson, who averaged more points, but of course he was a little shot chucker in San Antonio. But I'm projecting him to do a lot better with Van out there, and a little different role from him right there, right? I really like his intangibles and stuff, so I'm gonna project him to do much better. RJ Barrett at 14. Even though I like Jaden McDaniels more, I can put him over RJ overall. Or can I? Like, RJ Barrett is such a weird player to me. You see the potential, and he's been playing really well with Team Canada out in... Where do they play? Indonesia? I don't know which group they're playing, but at the World Cup, he's been actually playing really well out there. But, I mean, 43% from the field, 31% from the 3-point line, man. I don't know. I would much rather have him. Maybe even Tobias Harris, but honestly, maybe even like this, but that feels a little too low, man. Cam and having Cameron Johnson, but he does have a defined skill, right? He's a shooter, 40% from the 3-point line, while RJ Barrett does have a scoring skill. Does he play a role better? Like, that's the thing, right? What do you value more? Do you value the role player in a way, or RJ Barrett as the third guy? I'm gonna value that he's the third guy right now. But on some days I would probably value all of these three guys more, as Tobias Harris was the fourth guy in Philly, right? Jordan Johnson is somewhat similar in that term, and of course he's a defender primarily, so I'm gonna leave it at that right now. And then Tim Hardaway has to go here somewhere with Lucas stats. Man, I could use this as thumbnail bait, right? I'm gonna put him at 16, and I'm gonna put it at the thumbnail. Everyone's gonna watch and be like, what the hell is he doing, man? And then I'm gonna just say, yeah, that's Tim Hardaway Jr. Because I'm too lazy to remove his picture and give my own picture in here. Yeah, essentially. So, Harrison Barnes probably belongs in here. Ben Mathurin, I really like Ben Mathurin. I'm gonna put him here. How well did Tim Hardaway do actually? Tim Hardaway, 14 points, shot almost 40% from the 3-point line, even though he shot 40% from the field. Josh Green, how did Josh Green do? I love Josh Green as a role player, man, but he's more of a shooting guard. He's probably gonna be Tim Hardaway there. But I like Max Strus more. It was weird with Max Strus last year. I was really high on him coming into the season. He started off really well. Then he had a big slump throughout the year, it felt like, and then he turned it up in the playoffs. So weird to rank him, man. Also, DeAndre Hunter is so weird to me. Like, I wouldn't have him rather than most of these guys, but he's also solid. So I'm gonna put him here. Then I'm gonna go with Max Strus. Dylan Brooks probably deserves to be higher a little bit, but I dislike him. So I'm gonna have him here. I'm gonna have Lou Dort behind him. I'm gonna have Tim Hardaway is suppose here. Tim Hardaway. And then I'm gonna have Corey Kispert. I'm gonna have the rookies here because we just don't know yet what they'll be in the NBA, and it feels kinda stupid to rank them ahead of these guys. If I were to project, I like Ausar a lot, so I think he could get here. I think he could get up to 18, maybe even if everything went well, maybe even around here. But that would be everything going well. The same goes for Brandon Miller. If everything goes well, he could be around here next year. But I don't see that happening. Maybe around the top 20 range for both of these guys. We'll see how well they play. Of course, what their role will be, because the pecking order will be interesting. Brandon Miller will be the number 2 guy, very likely, maybe number 3 guy. But yeah, with Terry Rozier, probably number 3 guy. And maybe he'll be more of a shooter role, we'll see. But Ausar, it's gonna be intriguing how they manage him and the big men that they have with Jalen Duran and James Wiseman and Kate Cunningham and Jaden Ivey at the guard spot. So what role will he play? Will it be the defender of the team that does a little bit of slashing and can handle the ball? A little bit of everything in there, of course. Hard to project at this point. So I'm gonna just leave them at the last spot, even though I like them probably more than up to max, more than probably honestly here. I like Ausar, I do like up to here, and I feel like maybe I'm doing injustice to Ben Mathurin. I like him more than Harrison Barnes, to be quite honest with you. So I would do it like this if I rank them based off how much I like them. And Brandon Miller would probably go somewhere around Tim Hardaway and Max Strus. I just don't love him as much, so there's that. And now I'll do the same thing where I'll do the best. I'm not gonna do gut next year because I don't think anybody has next, so I'm gonna do elite. Then I'm gonna go good. Then I'm gonna go solid, elite, great, so good, solid, and question marks. We'll see how that goes. So Tatum is the best to me, then elite. Of course, all of these guys are elite. I would say up to DeMar, they're elite still. Maybe actually I'm gonna go like this. And I think the line between great and good is really weird here. Like, are these players great? I don't know, man. Like, I like them a lot. I like Franz Wagner, but is he great? I don't know. I'm gonna go. But also, like, Chris Middleton, you could argue, is not great right now. And I would say DeAndre Hunter is the definition of solid. Like, he's not good at anything, but he's also good. Do you get what I mean here? I don't know. Would it be like this, actually? And these guys, I think they're all solid, but yeah, they're all solid. Like, I don't think any one of these guys is bad. John Conchar, I'm not sure if he's actually gonna be starting at the small forward position, but maybe he will. I guess something like this makes sense to me. Once again, you could interchange all of these guys. I don't care who you have first. You could put DeMar here and just have all of these guys in good, and I wouldn't be mad at you, to be quite honest with you. But I think they, just have the title experience, and DeMar has the star experience and the star experience. So I'm gonna give them great and give good to these younger guys and Tobias Harris. Then I'll have solid at that and nothing in the question mark rankings. Yeah, this is how I'll finish it off. We'll have the power forward tier list tomorrow. Then I'll start to do maybe some predictions. Then I'll maybe do some team off-season recaps. We'll see. And I might also still do the predicting the whole NBA calendar stuff. But when I tried it, it just felt unnecessary, man. It felt like there would be too much of a grudge, but we'll see. Maybe I'll toughen up. Maybe I'll man up, man. Yeah, don't do that, guys. Don't put that unnecessary pressure on yourselves. We'll see what I figure out. I'm not promising anything besides the tier list. I'm gonna for sure do the power forward tier list, the center tier list. Then I'll probably rank about how excited I am to watch these teams based on the League Pass watchability, and then I'll probably do some off-season recaps, season predictions for every team if I'm up to it, for especially for the Warriors for sure, and maybe the best teams. We'll see. Nonetheless, thank you all for watching. Take care, be kind to yourself and to others, and much love, baby.